What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and if you thought that Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1 was a disaster for Netflix and for Kevin Smith's reputation, just wait for Part 2, because according to what people are saying, according to what an actress involved in this show is saying, and also Kevin Smith's own words, they may be setting us up for yet another subversion of expectations and yet another bait and switch. This sounds like it is going to be absolutely terrible. Not only will they destroy He-Man once, not only will they destroy him twice, but maybe even a third time in Part 2. You can see the headlines that we've been talking about for the past week or two. Kevin Smith continues to deny Masters of the Universe Revelation was a bait and switch, tells upset fans to grow the fuck up. He has come out and he has attacked fans over and over again. He says, I wasn't lying, it's not a bait and switch, it was about He-Man, when everybody can see that that is not true, and the numbers play themselves out. Now, we have seen some very funky things going on with these numbers. We know that Rotten Tomatoes is deleting reviews, that they are freezing reviews, that they are changing reviews. That has all been very self-evident by the process that has happened on Rotten Tomatoes, and still it can't get above 38% because people do not like what Kevin Smith did. And he's come out and said, listen guys, I just want to be upfront, just so you know, Tila, she's not going to wield the power sword, just wanted to let everybody know that. And no one really wanted to believe him when he said that because he has just continued to lie over and over again. But based on an interview that came out, maybe Kevin Smith was actually telling the truth this time. Maybe it's not Tila that picks up and wields the power sword. Maybe it's her very, very close friend, if you know what I mean, Andra. Maybe it's Andra who's the one who picks up the power sword. Take a look at Clownfish TV. Oh, we were kidding about that part. And they share a part of an interview that we are about to get to. And they follow up and say, have no insider info about part 2, but we joked that they'd totally make Tila the sorceress and Andra as her champion and retire the He-Man persona. Just to completely pour the lemon juice in the fandom's gaping wound, right? But it was a joke. Oh boy. And this is why people are talking about. Now, this is from Tiffany Smith, who plays Andra in this series. Keep in mind that Andra is a character from Masters of the Universe that was established in the comic books. She was not black, she was white with red hair, but of course, we needed more diversity and representation in the Masters of the universe, so that's what they did. They race swapped the character, and it was strange, everybody, that they decided to take that character instead of, making a new one. But maybe there was some more reason behind that. Maybe there was some purpose behind all of that. And in this thing that she gives, this is not an interview, I guess. This is actually an article that's written by her for Newsweek. My turn. I play the first black woman in Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelation. This is the only way that SJWs, that woke people, woke virtue signalers can see themselves. They only see their gender, their skin color, and their sexuality. That is it. That is the bottom line. But this entire thing is from Tiffany Smith. When I was younger, my sister auditioned for commercials. It's her telling this story of how everything ended up happening and coming to be, her getting this role as Andra. But the thing that people are most interested in, and there she is, very beautiful girl. She seems very excited for this role. I don't know how many people are excited to see her in this role. Not long after, an audition for Masters of the Universe Revelation came up. I did the audition, but I didn't want to reach out to Kevin or anything. I wanted my work to speak for itself. Here is the part that was highlighted in Clownfish's tweet. Here is the part that has people talking about, wow, part 1, maybe even more subversion of expectation. They might go a completely different direction, and of course it would also be garbage. I remember at the end of the audition, I had to say the iconic, I have the power line. So I pulled my lightsaber off the wall, because yes, I have two, and raised it up over my head as I said the line. I realized they think it was super cool or go, eesh. Thankfully, a couple weeks later, I got a call saying I'd booked the role of Andra. That begs the question, if you're going to go in for the role of Andra, if you're a female in general, and why are they having you say, I have the power? Why would they have you say that line if they didn't think that you were going to say it in this series? Why does Tiffany Smith as Andra, to get the part of Andra, have to say, I have the power? This is what they're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Tila has a destiny, but it's not to pick up the Sword of Power. It's to be the sorceress, which everyone has always assumed would eventually be what she had to do. But now, her champion, instead of being Prince Adam, it's going to be Andra. Andra will pick up the Sword of Power, and you will have a she-man. That is what is going on. Now, everything else that is coming with this, all the rumors about the potential LGBT romance, possibly, I will say, I don't think they're going to be open about that. I think it's going to stay to the baiting that they have going on right now. The reason I say that is because I feel like if they were going to be gay, it would be I play the first black gay woman, black lesbian woman in Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelation. I think that's the way they'd probably go with it. But you cannot deny that, you know, a lot of people saw these hints, this budding romance between Tila and Andra. And now with what Tiffany Smith is saying, she is saying that they had her do the I have the power line to get the role. Kevin Smith came out and said in this stream right here, where he gets absolutely ratioed and turned off the chat because he was scared, because he was running, because he was hiding. He said, guys, I'm going to spoil it. Tila never picks up the power. So Tila never wields the Sword of Power. That's what he says. Maybe one of the reasons that he's saying that is because he knows that there's another subversion coming, that there's another bait and switch coming, and that instead it will be Andra, who is so important to this story, you know, for some strange reason. Why did they pick her? Well, I think Clownfish might have another idea. I wanted to go back to Clownfish's Twitter account. They might know. Oh, when you look from English to Greek, man, translated as Andras. Maybe that's what's going on. He-man, he-Andra, she-man. What are they going to do with this? This is what people are talking about because it certainly looks like we have yet another bait and switch and another subversion of expectations on our hands. Once again, Kevin Smith and Netflix are going to be under the gun for part 2, which is looking to be even more of a dumpster fire than part 1. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to happen? Do you think that Andra is going to be the one to wield the Sword of Power and be Tila's champion after she becomes the sorceress? Maybe. It seems like a high possibility at this point. Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.